You have clicked on a video to learn how to solve your Rubik's Cube faster. This method is still going to be known as the beginner's method, but it's now known as the beginner's method with shortcuts. Okay? Now, if you already have a swift-moving cube, then you can skip right on past this video, but this particular part is just how to make your cube move faster. So, if you have a cube that's like this dollar store cube that I have, and it turns like this, and it's horrible. Look, it's just locked up. Anyway, if you have a cube like that, then what you can do is put it so that yellow faces up, that way you can keep track of it better. Rotate the top layer 45 degrees, just like this, and pop out one of these edge pieces. Now, you probably won't be able to do it with your thumb, but if you can, then pull one out with your thumb. If you can't, then rotate this left layer down slightly, just like that, and hold on to it so it doesn't spring back up, and rotate this top layer over, and it creates this little space underneath here where you might be able to pull it out easier. Just be careful when you're doing that one. And this one, be very careful when you're doing it. Grab something like a key and rotate the top layer like normal, and put the key in, or a screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver works better, but I don't have one in here. Put the screwdriver in and pull up on the screwdriver until that piece pops out. Don't push down on the screwdriver, otherwise you could break this piece here. But anyway, you can get those pieces out. Definitely do it. Take out these two corners and take some silicone spray or any sort of lubricant, but silicone spray works best for these cubes. If you use Vaseline, then it will eat away the plastic inside the cube, which could end up destroying your cube. It will make it move faster, but it may destroy the cube. And you see how I've done it here? How there's silicone spray on these centers here like this? On all four tops of centers. Go ahead and just spray silicone or something, some other lubricant in there, and put it on the little core arms inside, and put them on the edge pieces as well, like on the little pieces here and right here. And just rotate it all the way around and do it like that. Go ahead and pause the video now, and if you have the spray to do that, then go ahead and do that. Now go ahead and put the two corners back in. Put the corners in first, and snap the last edge piece in. But when you're snapping it in, be careful. If you can't push it down there like that, then don't force the piece into the cube. Instead, rotate this layer down slightly, if you have to. Rotate this layer down just slightly. And be careful, because if you rotate it too much, then this piece might come out. Rotate the top and hold on to this layer so it doesn't pop back up. And then hold these two pieces kind of in place like that. And then push this piece in and push it straight back. And it should go right in nicely like that. And now, turn the cube upside down so that white is facing up, and do the exact same thing. Rewind the video and do the exact same thing to this side if you'd like to do that. Now that your cube may be lubricated, or it may not be lubricated, depending on what you've chosen to do here, you now have two options. You can either just work the silicone around in there for a little bit, or you can do a scramble and then a solve, and hopefully do anything you can to break in the silicone spray, or whichever lubricant you use. And once you're done, you should notice a difference in speed from your cube. But something that you can do is called finger tricks. And what finger tricks are, it's turning the cube like you normally would, except only using your fingers rather than your whole hand. So turning the right and left layers, if you're grabbing it like this, don't. Grab it kind of with your hands cupped like this, and it may make it so that you use less effort to move the layers. And if you're turning it 180 degrees, then you can either grip it like that and rotate it all the way around, or you can grip it on the top and turn it like that. Don't turn it once and then turn it again. That will cut down on your, or that will add to your time if you go like that. With the top layer, it's probably the easiest. Just use your index finger when holding it like this, and you can easily turn the top layer with your finger rather than using your whole hand, which will take up more energy and more time, which you are trying to save here. Same thing going the other way, just use your other index finger to turn it the other way. Now with the bottom layer, it depends on the size of your cube and the size of your hand. But try and use your ring finger to turn the bottom layer. If your hands are a little bigger, then you might be able to get away with using your middle finger. It's for some reason hard for me to use this ring finger to turn that layer like that, so I actually will sometimes catch myself using my whole hand, but try to use your fingers when doing this. So when you're doing the front and the back layers like this, don't turn it with your whole hand again. Just instead of gripping the cube like this, grip it like this. And then you can use this finger for the front, and then your ring finger again for the back. Even though none of these shortcuts actually use the back layer of the cube, it's still a good thing to know. Now, to get an algorithm to kind of practice doing finger tricks, this is that algorithm. And you repeat it 6 times. U prime, R, U, R prime. Times 6, so you do it 6 times. So that was once. That was twice. And it really gets you going for finger tricks. And the faster you can do this, you know, the better you can practice for actually solving it. And when you do it 6 times, it will return solved, which is why I have you do it 6 times. And with that, I think it's time to scramble the cube, and it's time to learn some actual shortcuts here. Thank you for watching this part, and I will see you in part number 2, where we will continue learning how to solve the cube.